What do you think about it, Roy?
Howdy ho, happy dang New Year, man.
What do you think, man?
I try not to.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I always said I get in trouble. I think too much, so I try not to do it.
This is
And so I'm really not going to do. Hey, this is the first day. Nothing. Man, God, I'm glad that 2020 is in my rear view mirror.
But is it? I think 2020 is so bad.
It's going to leak over.
It's going to linger for years. Okay.
What's that? You have to let it linger.
You have to let it linger.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what 20 is going to do. Just linger on into 21.
Hey, man, listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just start off with it's all fun and games until, because this is Friday and this week.
It is Friday, yeah.
Talk about that.
So this must be a good one because you're like, hey, let's get this out there.
Listen.
From the get-go.
There's no denying this one. It's all fun and games until you put 2020 on the end of it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Man, 2020.
So if somebody were to say, hey, this happened or that happened or I'm doing, well, did it happen in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or somebody says, hey, me and my wife got married in November 7th of 2020. Oh, that ain't going to last.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we've already got a divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. So, I mean, it just, what a crappy year, man.
Just everything about it. I mean, it just leaves you with that. It's like you got that funk feeling on you. Like, man, I need a shower.
Yeah. It's like if you smell a really bad fart and the look on your face, that disgusted, like squinting your eyes kind of.
And you had to re-smell it just to make sure.
It seemed like every time I turned on the news,
a bad fart was on there.
I had that face.
Yeah.
When I saw the story, I was like, what?
That's not real.
Wait. So there's several times throughout 2020 where I was like, wait a minute, is this real life?
Yeah, you're waiting for, what was his name? Was it Ashton Kutcher who used to punk people? Was that the one?
Yeah. Am I being punked?
You're waiting for him to pop out of the closet or something?
Going, gotcha!
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I mean, look, we started off, 2020 last year, we had some tensions with Iran. We reared back and bombed. And
dropped a drone up somebody's butt.
Look, this ought to scare you too, right?
What's that?
They sent a bomb over to kill one guy.
Yeah, well,
got him.
I've told you, back when we started it's the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing? Hey, we're able to launch missiles from around the world and hit, and they can go in windows in the side of buildings. 14 time zones away, but yet we're still using rotary phones, right? So
they can hit the Nike check on your hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we sent one over to Iran. Is that what we did?
Yeah, sent one over there.
Thumped somebody on the head.
Busted this dude named Soleimani, and people. Some people got mad about it, right? Like, oh, that wasn't right.
No.
Like this dude's responsible for. This dude's responsible for killing all kinds of people, this, that, and the other. Okay, we took out a bad guy, right? Yeah. And it seemed to develop a pattern for 2020.
So that little snowball that we thought was just going to die just kept rolling and getting bigger.
Right. So what 2020 turned into is if you're a bad guy and you get punished for it, the people who punished are wrong, right?
Oh.
It's okay to be a bad guy. The good guys now are the bad guys, right? So,
got it.
And it started off with that. Soleimani, I mean, Nike, remember Nike?
I try not to.
They did they celebrated Colin Kaepernick. He became the face of Nike.
Yeah.
Well, they were,
I mean, bless their heart. I mean,
I'm surprised they didn't make Soleimani the face of Nike, the new.
Well, maybe
face
he's on he was on their overseas division.
Yeah. In Iran, when you see the Nike commercial, it's that guy. Right?
Yeah.
But anyways, then we had the Donald Trump impeachment, right?
Yeah, right.
People going crazy over whatever.
Russian interference or something like that, wasn't it?
Look, let me tell you what they went crazy over. Because he's the good guy,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
They want the bad guys to win.
Yeah.
And I say they, it seems like it's just
It's
the world,
What? Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's out there making stuff happen, but he's making people get all butthurt because he's hurting feelings. Hey, I don't want anybody in the sitting in the White House that
Is afraid.
that just wants to make people feel good, and
Yeah.
and he's handing out hugs and handshakes just so you're happy. Hey, I want somebody who's gonna light fires and kick folks in the butt, and hey, let's get stuff rolling. Let's make stuff happen
Yeah.
for the good of the American people, for the good of the whole of the
Yeah.
American people.
Well, you remember when Trump, when he first got it, or when he was running for office, or first got in, whatever, he said the P word, right? And everybody blew up.
Oh, well, yeah.
Everybody blew up.
Yeah.
But what they failed to forget was,
It's said 97 times in
at
every
the-
rap song.
at the inauguration of Barack Obama, Jay-Z was performing at the inauguration, and he don't do nothing but say the P and call women the B,
Yeah.
and all. But that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But when the good guy does it,
Yeah, but when this guy does it,
Yeah.
right,
See what I'm saying?
right.
So
Then we had the Brexit. Remember when British what was it called?
Yeah, the Brexit, when the UK, right, Britain was wanting to leave the European Union,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah,
And there were rumors of the Texit, right?
Yeah.
I even saw that not too long ago. The other day, I saw it
Is that,
again in the
that,
news.
that could still happen?
That could still happen, and
Yeah.
I'm wanting it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
So
Texas.
so you're going through your list. Are you still in the month of January?
yeah,
Kinda?
kinda. And before I end this January section, it has.
There was a mysterious virus floating around, right?
Oh yeah, rumor spreading of something from overseas that
Yeah,
could
something from China, some kind of virus, right?
yeah.
And so
Was that when? That's not when the bat thing happened, was it?
no,
Okay.
that wasn't even the bat thing yet,
Oh, okay.
right?
Got it.
So that's where it's funny is because we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
How that just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But so when we
So 2020 just started off crappy, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's good stories here and there, but there wasn't a whole lot of them to talk about,
No.
right?
so then we had
Donald Trump finally got acquitted of the Russia collusion and all this, that, and other.
Yeah.
After 3 years of millions of dollars investigation,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wasting time.
Yeah. Wasted time and resources and money of the taxpayers. Just
Yeah.
to, yeah. Got it. Okay.
Uh,
Hey, thanks, left.
I know. I mean, so come to find out, nothing.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, come to find out, they found out that Hillary was up to it the whole time.
Yeah. Hey, you can't say too much about her. 'Cause-
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't
Because
scared.
I mean,
They ain't coming to the woods. I promise.
yeah. Okay.
uh
You don't want to find your name on any list. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to keep you protected, Spitco.
I ain't worried about it. I've been on a lot of lists.
Yeah.
She might be on my list. You know what I'm saying? Around that same time, that Weinstein feller that was connected to her too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes to
That's
prison.
the one that they found. He'd. If you can't see my air quotes, people, he hung himself, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he had this sex island or whatever, or
Yeah.
apparently a lot of politicians, powerful people, and celebrities have been there doing stuff.
Yeah. Did they also have a?
Hey, what are you here for? We're here to do stuffs.
Was there an ATV course there too?
I don't know.
Like the.
There was one here one time. So glad I didn't go to jump. But
So he winds up.
so he winds up in prison for
gone.
what, like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
maybe something like that. All of a sudden, he gone
Yeah. Some guard was
asleep that day.
on break.
Yeah, I was on break.
Yeah, I was
Come
taking
back.
my 15-minute union mandated break, right when it happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then somewhere around there too, the something about that Joe Exotic Tiger King guy or whatever. I don't even know what the story was.
Yeah,
but that was a big. That was
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's huge, right? Yeah, I never saw. Was
saw
that
like
up in Oklahoma? Was it in Oklahoma? Is
I
that
don't
where
know,
it
but I
was?
saw like he was some kind of zookeeper or something. That's got some kind of murder going on, or he got murdered or something. I don't
That's
know.
the Tiger King.
Yeah,
right?
Tiger King.
Okay.
And he but I saw a few clips of this dude. He's an idiot,
Yeah.
right?
Or he was, right? Because
That's what got the attention of everybody. They wanted to hear how ignorant he was.
yeah.
You
So
know?
was he? Remember how you talked about how the Southern people get portrayed a certain way?
Yeah, that's why right there.
It's that guy, right?
Yeah.
That's ruining it for everybody. Okay.
And they won't they won't probably ever be a reality TV show of normal people, right? It's always going to be
Yeah.
like
Well, nobody wants to.
it's always going to be like some just
Wacko.
wild wacko.
Right. Jersey Shore type people, right? That's just
Hey, best show of all time, Duck Dynasty,
yeah.
right? Best show
They're real people.
as far as reality TV.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Best show.
Cleanest reality show I ever seen.
Hey, then
We hear of
Are we in February yet?
we're still in February.
Oh, so we've already hit. February.
We
Okay.
And then we hear the name.
coronavirus starts circulating.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The
So somebody coined that.
the name.
Okay.
That's some kind of SARS virus or whatever like
Okay.
that. And then everybody starts finding it on their household
Yeah. Right.
cleaning items.
Oh, my
and stuff.
Lysol.
What?
Yeah.
How did this happen? Because this
Actually, I can't. Yeah,
I
you
bought
can't-
this in 1995 and it's got coronavirus.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to check my Lysol because hell, it wasn't even on the shelf anymore by then.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, right?
Yeah, that's another thing.
You couldn't
Yeah. The
coming into March. You couldn't buy
I hope
Lysol. You
you
dang
didn't
sure-
need to wipe your butt.
Yeah, you dang sure couldn't buy no toilet paper, right?
Yeah.
The toilet paper army, the toilet paper Nazis.
Yeah, right.
Struck.
And what these people were thinking that I don't know what. Maybe they read somewhere that that one of the major side effects for corona, right, or this mysterious disease was diarrhea.
Explosive spray farting.
Yeah,
That's what it
right.
was.
Halfway up your back, right? You know.
Yeah. Before you even hit the seat, you're spray farting.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go and buy 9 rolls of 48 packs, or whatever, and just.
I mean, there was people just stuffing whole rolls just down in their pants while they got dressed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep this here.
So you couldn't find toilet paper to save your life, man.
Hey man, we couldn't even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Then around that time, you started hearing about a murder hornet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, they were on their way, just like when you and I were growing up, and I don't know if you remember hearing about it, but back in the early '80s or mid '80s, you had the killer bees coming up from Mexico. They were going to kill everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
They had that swarm. It was just going to take us all out.
Yeah.
Everybody was worried about the killer bees,
Right.
right?
Now what happened?
I don't know. I've never seen one.
Me
You know
either.
what I mean?
Now, I've seen bees that I could have been like, oh, that might be, I don't know, but they ain't just rearing back and killing people.
Right. So the murdered hornet was it was on its way. I mean, they'd found one up in Seattle or something, or somewhere in the north, and they were migrating. They were on
And
their
did
way.
You know what kills those things? Honeybees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I'm just gonna tell everybody, don't swat at a honeybee. We need those things.
Yeah. Calm down, people.
and then so
Then in March they come out and said, "Oh, right now it's a worldwide pandemic." Right.
Okay, so now
This thing has spread within 48 hours. The entire world's covered
Yeah.
with this virus, right? I mean, come on,
Yeah.
how'd that happen?
you're right.
And then they say it came from a guy in China who ate a bat.
Was it Ozzy Osbourne? I mean, was it?
He was imitating Ozzy Osbourne, bit his head off,
Yeah.
and
He got the
contracted the
corona.
virus.
Okay. And so it's his fault,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he got on an airplane and coughed, and everybody
And
breathed it.
Yeah, he might have spray farted,
He could.
and it splattered all over the atmosphere and got everybody. So
That's yeah.
yeah, but what was weird is this thing was floating around months before
Sure.
that they came out with this guy bit a bat,
Yeah.
or ate a bat or whatever.
So we're blaming it on him, though, right?
But and they're like, oh, animals. This is from animals. Well, how come no animals have this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
And if they do, it ain't no problem.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it's a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah.
And-
The world goes on lockdown, right?
Lock to the down.
Yeah.
Huh?
all the way. And we have, let's see, I mean, all kinds of stuff going on.
Anything else besides Corona? I mean, because
Well,
we could just
the-
talk about that for every month, the rest of the year.
Well, I know
Corona.
this. I know this, that ever since Corona came into play, the flu disappeared.
Yeah.
You don't even get the flu no more.
Oh, we started having all these deaths that were all these deaths that were contributed or they were coronavirus deaths. You'd have somebody in a car crash, right? And
Yeah.
what they die from?
Coronavirus,
Right. Yeah,
shark attack,
Yeah.
right?
Hit by a train on your skateboard, right?
Yeah.
And you happen to have a little bit of corona, you died from the coronavirus.
That's exactly. So what happened though is
everybody was dying.
these hospitals were getting funded and money from quote unquote suffering from the pandemic, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they're getting federal money to say. So if they're like, oh, we only had 2 deaths, well, they're not getting much money.
Oh yeah.
But if they're like, we had 20,000 deaths, they're getting a big paycheck.
yeah.
And so
So they were taking people who died.
So
hey,
now they're, you know,
we need to test them.
There's no, and I remember anytime you turn on the news, that's all you saw was the numbers.
Oh,
the
yeah.
numbers. And they were so off, kind of like the votes this year. I mean,
Oh, they're all over the place.
who's doing this counting, man?
Yeah. Idiots.
Man, I got a dog that can count, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I can't remember exactly when it was, but I think it was around April when they'd come out and said that the U.S. Navy pilots had said that they had confirmed a UFO, right?
Come on.
Oh yeah, remember the video? Did you see the video?
No.
Oh, so now it's
Was this something else that Wayne sent you?
no. This was this is all the major networks:
Okay.
Fox, CNN, NBC, what 89743.
Yeah.
HYZ,
BET and-
HYZ had
Yeah.
it. Yeah, BET had it on there. Even WET had
Yeah.
it on there. So, but
Skinamax.
yeah, and Box 35 had it on there. but it was this video of some U.S. Navy pilots that couldn't verify what this was flying around them, and they declassified it
Yeah.
and put it out to the public. And,
Okay.
and they're saying,
Hey, this now right after that. That's not when you. And I don't even remember if it was this year, last year, because this whole year's just been just a tangled mess. But when were the folks gonna rush Area 51?
"Oh yeah,
So did this
I think that might have been this year. I can't remember."
right? Because you had all the hey, we're gonna go rush the gate.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna go rush, and they ran like this with their they
With
bent
their-
over
with
and
their
they-
arms
and
straight
their
back,
arms straight
yeah.
back, and they would run in there like that.
Those are folks that couldn't, if they grew up playing Red Rover, they couldn't break the hands of the people
Them
across
guys
the way.
sat behind. They sat in
In
their
their
house
mama's
all day
basement,
playing
yeah.
Call of Duty and
And
Fortnite,
Fortnite, yeah.
and Among Us, and all this.
Yeah,
Whatever. That's their reality,
Yeah.
right?
and they were going to go rush some.
What were they gonna do when they got there?
Yeah, they were
Get killed?
they were going to get thumped. Right?
Yeah.
Catch a lot of bullets. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
just so they could, we deserve to see the aliens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Okay.
Old Sergeant Bust a lot was going to sit there and
Yeah.
I mean, he's waiting for the day
Oh,
for
yes.
somebody to storm, right?
Yeah.
He's been working there for 30 years, and he's like, man, I can't wait.
I ain't
till
even
somebody-
fired this weapon one time, and I
Yeah.
retire next week.
Yeah,
Right.
shot a couple armadillos, but
Yeah.
But anyways, now around that same time, okay,
then they started blaming that the spread of the coronavirus was due to spring breakers on the beach, right?
Oh, yeah.
Spring breakers.
They were closing beaches and
gyms,
stuff, right?
people going to the gym, churches, right? All these people. So they shut everything down. Like, we're not doing it.
Well, I mean, because those locations, right? Concerts and beaches, church, those aren't on our list of places that are immune to the coronavirus.
Because there are some places that are immune.
There's some places and
Like right now?
or activities that if you do these activities, you're immune from getting the coronavirus.
Right. Like right now, you can go to a bar or a strip club. You can't get the coronavirus.
Is that right? Oh, it just any of them, or
Yeah.
or is it just the ones that serve food?
Man, I don't even know. I mean, I think all bars serve food, don't they?
Well, I guess.
I hope the strip club don't. Man, you got to be real hungry to eat at a strip club.
Yeah.
So
And now the word social distance
Oh.
came about, right?
Okay.
So I'd never heard that in my life. All of a sudden, social distance, right? So everywhere you went, people's buying stickers and putting on masks, and they're having to
Yeah,
shut down stores and redo the floor to make sure you stood.
You had
knew
like
where
all
to
the
stand,
X's on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you stand there, and
stand 6 feet away.
if you were like a foot in front of it, somebody looks back and gets all bent out of shape at you. Yeah, I
And
remember
here's what I
that.
don't understand. People would be like, "Hey, why you ain't got a mask?" This, that. Well, hold on. If your mask works, then why do I need one?
Yeah, calm down, hero.
See what I'm
I
saying?
mean, what?
If you're so confident in these masks
Yeah,
and you got yours,
your mask that your grandmother made you out of an old T-shirt. You're willing to bet your life on the most deadly, whatever pandemic thing, the most
Yeah.
deadly disease,
Hey,
whatever
this thing was-
virus out there.
Hey,
this
right?
thing was so deadly.
But your old Van Halen T-shirt from '82, right, is gonna protect you from
Yeah.
it.
Not to mention all the fecal matter in your beard.
Yeah.
That you're worried about my mask.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, right.
hey, but so this thing was so deadly. Turns out, we're like, oh man, that people are having to get tested to even know they got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, hey, you okay? I don't know, man. I think I got coronavirus.
yeah.
Yeah, they have done the numbers, and even those numbers that they lie on, right? It's like 0.07% of the people dying.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean,
We ain't shutting down for, it's kind of like this. Drinking and driving, right? Nobody never did nothing about that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they got parking spaces at bars.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
That drinking and driving kills more people than the coronavirus.
Yeah. Are we out there standing on the? Are we?
We out
Is
there
everybody out there
protesting?
protesting McDonald's for the heart disease, for the obesity rate of our kids and me?
Yeah.
Nobody cared that I got fat eating Big Macs all the time, right? Nobody cared about that. They didn't come up to me and say, "Hey,
would you like for us to protest on your behalf?"
yeah, hey,
Because look, I don't drink,
yeah,
right?
no,
But I don't care if anybody else drinks.
yeah."
Well,
Go to
guess what?
town, right?
Well, guess
Just
what?
don't do it in your car while you're driving.
I'll say this too: if you're that scared of the coronavirus that you got to wear a mask and bother other people that don't wear a mask, and you got to wear it in your car when you're driving by yourself.
Nobody does that.
Yes, they do.
No,
I've
they
seen
don't.
it. I told you I saw it in the drive-thru. But if you're that worried, then don't leave your house.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. I remember.
You're the one supporting all this lockdown stuff. Well, guess what? Stay locked down.
Yeah.
Because I ain't.
Yeah. If you applaud it, then do it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Order everything you want on the line, right? It'll get delivered to you. There's nothing that. Do you even need to leave your house anymore to do?
You really don't have
I mean,
to.
you can Zoom call your doctor. You know what I mean? Because you stand up, it makes you put your finger up your butt, and I'm assuming
you get
that's
to put your own finger up your butt.
or they'll mail you one, right? And you just let them know which size you want. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, look here.
And you got
I don't think about the only thing because Southerners, Southern heritage, Southern
Yeah.
tradition, we like to hunt, fish, and
yeah.
farm. And
Well,
do
we're
all
gonna
that.
lose all that
All
soon.
right, so yeah. So we like to do that stuff, but how long is that gonna last?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's on its way out the door. But look, people, what are we saying right now? If you were, scared, then stay home. You have the right to do it. I'm not asking you to come out to the Walmart with me. So just stay home.
Yeah.
They got an app. You can get every damn thing you want.
Airy.
Yeah, on that app. You know what I mean?
So, somewhere entangled in all this, folks, I don't know if it just gets put on the news or if they just happen to have cameras at the time, whatever. But there's some folks starting, they get killed by cops.
So
Right.
are we in? Where are we at now?
This is like the end of March.
Beginning of April,
That's it.
Bam.
Man, this year sucks already.
I know it.
We're just now in April.
Yeah. So all of a sudden,
Maybe we just figured April 1st we're gonna be like, April Fools. Hey, it's over. We're just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. I was hoping for April 1st. It'd been like, hey, man, we're going to rewind.
Yeah. Let's start this
We're
over.
going to time travel
Yeah.
and rewind and start over.
Yeah. Can we get a redo?
Yeah. So all of a sudden, the world starts pretending that cops only kill black people and they're out to, that's what their job is to do, right? And, which, nobody, there may be some bad guys out there that,
That are police or what?
there might be. I don't
Oh, I'm sure there are. There's always that.
There's always some weirdo in every group. But
There's
I
that
doubt-
half percent of the
Yeah.
police force that are out there. There's a half a percent, if that much. Yeah, he's a butthole. He grew up as a bully, right? Or she grew up and she was a bully. And,
Or there's a possibility that he got bullied. Some people become cops because
yeah, that's true, right?
that's their way of having some
Yeah.
control.
And
Or authority.
And believe us, those people need to be weeded out of the force,
Mm-hmm.
right? They need to be taken out back, and somebody needs to smack the heck out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So by no means are we saying that 100% of the cops out there are good and that
Right.
none of it's their fault.
But nobody puts their uniform on going, man, I hope I kill me a black guy today. You know what I mean? Nobody
Yeah.
says that.
Right.
Nobody feels that way.
No.
You know what I mean? But all of a sudden,
Right.
and they did studies, this, that, and other, and there were people that it had shown that actually more white people have been killed by cops than,
Oh yeah.
probably because there is more white people. But I'm just saying, ain't no need
Well,
to.
white people do a lot of dumb stuff, right?
Yeah, white people
You know.
do dumb stuff.
Right?
Right.
I mean, just ignorant stuff that they probably
Yeah.
deserve to,
Yeah.
Get shot over or whatever.
But I mean, who are you going to trust? A guy that puts on his uniform as a cop, or a guy from a culture that brags about committing crime day in and day out, right?
Yeah.
Then no matter what color he is, just that culture,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I hear you. So we have a rash of these folks that are getting killed, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and
So what does that leak over? How does that leak over into our society? I mean, and that's when the America just got lit on fire, wasn't it?
oh man, so all of a sudden because of this, now you have an uprising. Antifa comes back into the picture.
Oh, Antifa.
Antifa.
Yeah,
Right?
got it.
Twinkle Toes.
Sure.
Right? The guy that leads Antifa, his nickname is Twinkle Toes. And he sits down when he pees and stuff, doesn't know what bathroom he goes to and all that, but he comes back into the picture and all these riots start.
Yeah.
BLM comes back up.
Oh, what? What are we doing?
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
2020 proved that no lives matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
say what you want to say. If saying Black Lives Matter makes you feel better, or saying that all lives matter makes you feel better, or green lives matter make you feel better, in case the aliens are listening.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better, then whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because you say it and feel it doesn't mean it's real.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so all that starts happening. People are going crazy. They're finding like big piles of bricks just show up in the middle of the night for people to use and
Yeah.
throw or whatever.
How'd that get there?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And there were people that came out. The Antifa people was coming out saying, "Hey,
Hey,
George Soros paid me
Yeah.
to come out here and do this."
now to think of it, Is downtown Seattle still?
Oh yeah, so downtown Seattle.
Like,
What was that
has it
place
been
called?
taken over?
What was that called?
Oh,
Hey, and they think they did something like they're like, oh, we took over. Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? They let you take over
yeah.
because at a moment's
Oh.
notice, within a minute, they could have full control.
Oh, sure, right.
And-
And so we had a lot of these.
What they name that thing?
We had a lot of these left-leaning government leaders, right? We'll just say that
Supported it.
supported, right? Well, we're going to support. Let's defund the police, right?
Yeah.
Because that's going to solve our issues, right? Let's defund the police, and at the same time, let's
Let the riots
let's
continue.
support individuals that are peacefully protesting, right?
Right.
Because that's what they assume. Hey, they're just peacefully protesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Burning down their
they're-
own city.
Yeah, they're just exercising their constitutional right
Mm-hmm.
to peacefully protest. Okay. I don't know how many idiots that are out there that actually believe
Look here,
that
man.
was a peaceful
Look
protest.
here.
But at the same time, then you have cities that get taken over. Seattle and I don't
Somewhere else got
Man,
taken
I don't know if
over.
it was Portland or who knows, right? I don't know. And if it was Portland or if it wasn't, I apologize, but
I think it was Portland.
right? And then now you have these government leaders. Hey, hey, police, are you going to respond to them? The police are like, no, we're not going to respond.
We're not going to respond. Matter of fact, it's probably what they wanted, so they could get police in trouble
Yeah,
again.
right. So,
Because nowadays a police officer can go respond to a call about a guy raping somebody and causing trouble, and reach for a knife, and the cops shoot that guy in the back, and the cop gets in trouble.
oh yeah,
Right? And the NFL went out wearing this guy's name on their helmets and all that. Man, how do you think that girl feels that he raped,
yeah,
or that girl's mom or dad? How do you think they feel that the entire world embraced this rapist?
yeah.
And
No, I hear you.
I mean,
yeah.
come on. Anyways, we got to keep it going, or we're gonna be
Yeah.
here forever. Because
Yeah.
this
And
is
look-
this is when we were starting to decide and figure out that the world is backwards from
Yeah.
what we have always thought.
Yeah,
That people
It-
really think this way.
yeah.
right?
A lot of people that have a lot of influence, their priorities or the way they look at stuff is just, it's just totally different than us. And but it's the people that have influence that have that think a different way, and then you have everybody. Yeah, hey, because you dribble a basketball, you must be right. Let me. I want my values to mimic yours.
Yeah.
Just because you're a millionaire and you can, jump to a
Makes
feet.
you wonder too. Like, are
Hey,
they
you're a role model to me because you can dunk a basketball.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, is some of these people being paid to say this stuff? Because there's no way they think that way.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. You mean the Which one?
Any of these crazy celebrities
Oh.
that are saying this stuff?
who knows, right?
What is going on?
I don't know, right? But do they? Hey, just keep buying their shoes and their T-shirts and going
I
to their.
don't.
No, I hear you, right?
By no
Unless,
means,
hey, as soon as some of them start getting sponsored by Crocs, then I might have to go barefoot, right?
I have to ditch my lazy boys, man.
Yeah.
Please, LeBron James, please don't wear no lazy boys.
No come on, don't do it,
Yeah.
please.
anyways, so
And then during all that, all these statues start getting taken down because for 300 and 400 years they haven't bothered anybody until this year, till 2020, of course, right?
Yeah.
And we even had a half black president, right?
That's what I've heard.
That had all the power in
Yeah.
the world to take these statues down, but it didn't matter until
until
2020.
Until 2020. Yeah.
so
I hear
anyways, so the riot, this, that, and blah 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 blah.
During all that, we all thought Kim Jong Un died.
Yeah, he died, didn't
No, he didn't. It was
For like a week.
he died for like 2 days. When they look, I'm gonna tell you, this is how crazy his sister is. His sister's so crazy, 10 times crazier than he is.
There's no way.
Yeah, that he died And when the world found out she was going to take over, he came back alive.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how crazy she is.
Man,
So
maybe she needs a man over there.
Yeah, and I mean, and then around this time, the daggum California fires are going on. We're having thousands of acres being burned.
California was burning to a crisp.
Yeah.
Right? But hey, look, I say this about every other year, right? I have family that lives in California. I have family that lives in Oklahoma, right? And I was stationed in California, and I know this happens, right, quite often.
Mm-hmm.
California is going to catch on fire almost every dang year.
If somebody farts,
Right. I mean, we would get in trouble if it was so bad up there during the summertime up in Northern California that I believe you could get ticketed or you could get in trouble if you pulled your car over on the side of the road and like a ditch that had grass and dead grass, because your catalytic converter underneath your car could catch the grass on fire.
yeah.
So it's an issue. It's going to happen all the time. It's going to happen. So I kind of relate that a little bit. I have family in Oklahoma, right? Every other year they've got to go down and get a new trailer house because a tornado is going to whip through and rip that one off its foundation. You know what I mean? It's going to happen every other year, right?
It's gonna
and we're
happen.
like, hey, can we just leave there? I mean, what? Well, this is home, I mean, what?
Look, that's like the like my sister lives down where there's hurricanes, right down
right.
in Beaumont,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
The Gulf Coast is going to get
there's
flooded.
there's people
every
down
other
there
year.
that they've rebuilt their home about
14
15
times. Yeah.
times. I'm like, why do you want to keep doing that? You think that's the only place you can make money?
Well,
or
this is
live?
home,
Well,
200 years ago when Daddy
What's that say?
settled this.
What's that say about the whole family?
Yeah.
On down the line. Well, this is home. Well, that means everybody felt that way,
Yeah.
and felt they had to stay there. Look,
Now I know not everybody has the same outlook that I have, and that a lot of the folks that I was stationed with have, in the service, because you kind of know in the service, home is wherever the government sends you every 4 years, right? So we're used to being that nomadic people. We can live anywhere, right?
all you gotta do is put common sense into the equation, just like the world is completely left out. And it's the same way with the natural disasters.
Yeah.
Natural. It's not President Trump's fault because California caught on fire. It's kind of like, you remember when Hurricane
Well, remember
Katrina?
they were blaming some of them fires because hey, California, let's do some like the Native Americans would do, control burns and clean out your woods and your forests and stuff.
So that there is a fire, there's no fuel.
Right.
So remember when Katrina came through, whatever, there was
Yeah.
people blaming George Bush that it's
Yeah.
his fault that
Yeah.
Hurricane Katrina came through there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Come
No,
on,
I know.
man.
I know. Right.
Same thing with the California fires and the
Again, hey,
Hey,
here in a
look-
year or so, California's going to be on fire again. If you happen to, your neighborhood burns down again, I mean, are you going to just sit there?
That's what I find amusing. Not because I want to see
No,
people
you don't wanna
suffer.
you don't
anything.
wanna see
but
it
what
happen.
I think is amusing is, look here, if you live where there's fires and your house burns down
Twice.
and you rebuild that house, you deserve it the next time. That's just the way I feel about it.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, if
and I
you're-
don't want to see nobody die in a tornado. You know what I mean? Right. But I can almost promise you, right? If you happen to live in an area called damn Tornado Alley,
Tornado Alley.
guess what's going to happen eventually? You know what I mean, people? Right? Everybody lives up there. Right? Hey, it ain't touched us in 92 years in
Well-
here. Hey, your time's coming.
Hey, just like you tell people to get married, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, this is the one. I'm like, hey, man, ain't you worried about? No, this, that, and the other. Well, guess what? Everybody that walked down that aisle said the same thing you said.
That's right. That's right.
Just like when I get nervous when my son drives, just because, I just don't like I don't trust other people and this, that, and the other. And every time he drives, he's like, Dad, I'll be careful. I'm this, that. That's what every kid said.
Nobody goes out there thinking, I can't wait to have a wreck today.
Yeah.
You know?
Guess what, Dad? I'm gonna go ahead and say bye to you now because I got a feeling that this is gonna be
This
it.
is it. Yeah, nobody leaves.
That's why I tell people, don't say that.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of idiots
I
out
won't,
there.
You know,
Hey. And then you know.
All right,
the
so
NC
California was on fire. What else
the
happened?
NCAA came out and said they wasn't gonna ever host the NCAA basketball.
Oh, so is this the
championship.
Mississippi thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, so, and I don't remember what month it was, but the NCAA come out and pretty much said, hey, state of Mississippi, until you take down the Confederate flag portion of your state flag, we will never host any type of championship in your state again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, the NCAA, the all-powerful, NCAA.
the all powerful.
Right? They control
Who's
everything.
funded by who?
Right. So, just like in Texas, you have high schools that bow down to the UIL because they're scared of the UIL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
What are we
stupid.
doing?
Yeah.
Let's sack up, people. Heck.
Sack up and handle up.
Right.
That's all you got to do. Quit daddling and sack up. Okay.
Dang.
Use common sense. Quit being scared of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's afraid. I don't want to hurt their feelings.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because I might.
Hey, it's true. I heard this in a movie one time, but the things you own end up owning you.
Yeah.
Right. That's the reason why so many things that happen the way they happen is because they're afraid of letting go of what they have. So what they have
Yeah.
controls them.
And I got too dang attached to it,
Ooh, I'm not going to make any waves because I'll lose my truck. I don't want to lose my truck.
Yeah.
And I won't be able to buy those expensive cinch jeans I saw the other day.
Cinch.
Yeah, so I'm going to be an idiot like everybody else.
Yeah, makes
I'm
sense.
going to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What else we got?
oh man,
The Virginia gun owners thing, they're like trying to vote in Virginia or some big deal where all the people that support the Second Amendment had piled up with their guns and went to the Capitol and was some big deal over there about that. And miraculously, nothing caught on fire, nothing got broke, no fights.
Come on.
I'm serious. No gunshots.
You mean the people that were peacefully protesting their Second Amendment rights?
Hey,
they didn't go out with all their guns and just shoot everything up?
They peacefully
Pop, 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 pop.
boom.
Yeah.
So they peacefully listen. Now get it. They peacefully protest with guns,
There's no way. You can't do both at the same time.
right? And nothing got destroyed. But yet the other side peacefully protested without guns and tore the whole dang city
and
down.
burnt cities to the crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just shows you right there. It's not the gun.
Yeah.
It's the people.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Yeah.
And that just proved it right there. Just think if all them idiots had guns.
They'd kill themselves though. They're
That's what they ought to do is take the state of Colorado or something, put a huge wall around it, put all them people in there, right?
Not that we're saying anything bad about Colorado, but that was just you chose it.
I just chose that.
because it's easier to build a fence
'Cause it's a
around
square. Right.
That or Wyoming. Was it Wyoming?
Wyoming, it's a square.
We'll do one of them too.
Yeah, so maybe both of them. Let's fence both of them.
Yeah.
All the people that believe these ways, right? Put them in there, and I bet you in 10 years they'll all be dead.
Yeah. So are we going to give them guns or piles of bricks?
I'd give them guns if they want,
Yeah.
but they probably won't want them because they're
No.
against they're against guns. But we'll leave them in the corner for them to get if they want them.
Yeah.
So, anyways, then we have around July, Kanye West announced he's going to run for president.
Yay! Yay! Yeah. Right on.
You see what I'm saying?
Wasn't he who endorsed him? Was it
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk? Right on.
So,
And Chance the Rapper, huh? Wasn't it Chance the Rapper?
Chance the Rapper.
Okay. Isn't that his name? Yeah.
And then I remember something about the MLB season was going to be shortened, and we were trying to figure out.
Well, so that happened earlier because you usually you have your pitchers and catchers reporting. I think it's in February or March. I know if my grandmother's listening.
Oh, they'd already shut it down.
Yeah, so they'd already shut down baseball, which Yeah, it sucked, but what did I turn you on to? You'd come over to my house while I'd be watching the Korean
The
baseball.
Korean baseball.
Because them damn Koreans ain't scared of it.
Hey, think about it. Think about it. This coronavirus is worldwide now. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
But we couldn't play. But Korea could.
Korea did their thing. They took their precautions. There wasn't any fans at the very beginning, but they were out there playing. They were entertaining folks.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Well, you know how it is, man. I mean, if one person in the world still has coronavirus,
Yeah.
then it never goes away.
No. Yeah. So
Even with this vaccine that they had come out with, it's not going to go away. It's going to be the flu. It's the new flu.
Yeah.
Is what it
you'll
is.
get vaccinated for this for the rest of our lives, probably every year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people die from it every year.
Yeah, that's right.
Not as many as they say, but
Yeah.
there's people that die from the flu every year.
All the time.
Anyways, so this guy comes out. He forms this all black militia. They seem to be heavily armed, and he's on TikTok and YouTube and all this stuff, cussing up a storm. His group is called the NFAC, and it stands for the Not Effing Around Coalition.
Okay.
Boy, that sounds threatening, don't it?
Yeah.
They couldn't think of a little more professional name than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, but maybe they just want their point across. Hey, we ain't effing around, man.
We ain't effing around.
Yeah. Hey.
But turns out they was, because within about a week of them
Not effing around.
forming, one of them shoots another one by accident. They shouldn't have been messing around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were.
Hey Theo, why you effing around over there?
They were formed, and they were demanding police to be burned in hell, basically, because of the Breonna Taylor thing and some of these others that had been killed, and turned once again the bad guy got punished, and everybody's in an uproar because the bad guy got punished.
Yeah.
So, nowadays people don't root for Batman; they root for Joker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This year, what movie come out? Or was that last year?
Heck, I don't even remember anymore.
Well, it was Joker. It wasn't a Batman movie. It was a Joker movie.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, then right there, somewhere in August, that Beirut, that big explosion in Beirut.
Yeah, that ammonia plant or whatever.
Yeah.
That thing goes boom.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what. Right here where we live
Yeah.
is a big ammonium nitrate. What do you want to call it?
Storage? Don't they store
They
it there?
store it. They make it. Everything.
Oh, they manufacture
They
here?
manufacture.
What are
it.
they, like a fertilizer plant?
Yep.
Oh,
Right there. And I've been in there, doing some inspections before.
yeah.
I felt a little nervous.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what, you're telling me that. So today's the January 1st. Well, about 3 January, you're going to see a house hit the market, first sale, right?
Hey, look here.
You're going to be a good price on
You
it,
don't
too.
want to zip your jacket zipper up too fast in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to rip the tag off a Band-Aid.
Hey, you don't want to have a balloon in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then then it also comes out and hits the news that that pedophilia is now a disease. They're trying to help people out, right? Like these sickos that want to fool with kids and all that.
Yeah.
It's
Not normalize it. That's the wrong word.
no,
but
they're wanting to normalize it, like not hang people in prison for it. They're wanting to say, hey, slap them on the wrist.
Hey, you talk about that. A lot of this stuff that we mentioned would quickly go away if we could just, we could publicly execute them. You know what I mean?
Or publicly punish them, even. Like say,
Yeah,
hey,
publicly,
you rape
yeah.
somebody, you get your pecker cut off on live TV.
Yeah.
Guess what? You know how many people would quit doing that?
Yeah.
Look at what happened in the Philippines with that president over there.
Hey, he wasn't. Hey, he was a part of the not effing around club.
Now, he was the real
Yeah.
NFAC leader.
What was he
Look here.
doing? The old NFAC over there.
Hey, there are probably no drugs in the Philippines right now.
Yeah. Wow.
He put out
What did he do? Was
the new president over there.
Duarte or something?
Duterte or
Yeah.
something like that. The new president over there put out orders when he got into office. He put in orders. He said, "Hey, look, if you do drugs, if you sell drugs,
Get caught with
if
drugs.
you get caught with drugs, if you know somebody that's got drugs,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you're getting killed." And they killed thousands of people.
Yeah.
And guess what? No drug
Not a
problem.
drug problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, didn't you just tell me recently they something came out about? He mentioned about if you were protesting the
Oh, yeah.
corona or the
The lockdowns.
lockdowns, right?
Yeah, so now he's put in a thing where if you're out protesting or whatever, if you're avoiding
Going against, say, like the mandate, the lockdown mandate or whatever, right?
Now it's not like normal. It's not like somebody's walking to the store, they're going to get killed. What's happened is they're against the lockdown, so they're protesting in the street.
Yeah.
If you're protesting against the lockdowns, he has ordered them to shoot and kill them
On the spot.
on the spot.
Yeah.
Guess what happened?
Hey, if
Guess
I'm
what
if I'm
happened?
protesting with Frank and Frank gets shot, killed, right?
I no
Dead,
longer protest.
Guess who is no longer a protester? I am for the lockdown.
I retire. you
Yeah,
know?
I'm supporting the lockdown.
Yeah. Well, I don't even have to support it, but I'm not
Oh,
going to protest.
I will in public. You know,
Yeah.
as I'm walking to the grocery store,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to wear my T-shirt that says, "Yeah,
Lockdowns are awesome.
lockdown." is awesome. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Does anybody know where a lockdown's going on? Because I want to go. You know?
Where's that pro lockdown rally at?
Yeah.
Right.
So-
I'm sign me up. So we don't have those
So
issues
in
that much
America,
in the
you know,
Philippines.
like we were saying earlier, if there's a problem, we know how to fix it.
Yeah.
But there's a certain people
you can't-
in America that won't allow you to fix it.
Yeah.
Right? Just like I said, you know, the drinking and driving deal, man. They got drive-through liquor stores. Okay, how does that make sense?
I know they do here.
It's
Yeah.
illegal to drink and drive, but they are drive-through liquor stores. Come on.
Yeah. Well, they're assuming that somebody's going to have enough sense to not put it in their passenger seat and pop the top on one on their way home.
Yeah,
But-
right. But meanwhile,
but
there's a
people
state
are-
trooper
people are
sitting right
stupid.
there by the drive-through liquor
Yeah.
store, going, "Yeah, you pop that top.
Yeah.
It's a setup. It's a trap."
But people are just dumb. They're going to. Oh yeah, man. Oh, it's just one. I'll make it home. All right.
Well, look, if they really wanted to end it, they could end it.
Yeah.
Take
No, I
lessons
hear you.
from the Filipino president.
I hear you.
Anyways, then we had Hurricane Laura,
Yeah.
right? And there was another hurricane after that. And they hit like the same spot.
Well, remember, this was the year that we started running out of names, and they started using like was it the Roman alphabet or Roman
Yeah.
numerals and
Yeah,
stuff.
we
right?
We went through the alphabet.
We had
twice.
92 hurricanes this year.
Yeah.
You know.
Hurricanes.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
that's what my grandmother calls them. They hurricanes.
Yeah. Why they? And they all come from Africa. Sort of like the. I mean, do we get anything good from Africa? Look at the killer bees, right?
Well, that was from South America.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No.
They swarmed
They were
up from-
Africanized bees. That was their actual name.
I thought they were swarming up from like the Mexico, Central South America.
They might have went over there first and then came here.
Oh, okay.
But they came from Africa.
Okay, got it.
And then 2019, it happened again in 2020, was that Sahara
The dust.
right?
Yeah.
Like I really believe dust came all the way over here across the daggum Atlantic.
Well,
but
come on, Spit Cup. Science has proven it.
well, dust lands on my table, right?
Yeah.
It lands right there. It didn't like pick up and drift off to another country. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's from Africa. I mean, what? I mean, lions. You know, everything that all the animals that'll kill you. You know,
Yeah.
from Africa, right?
Yeah, okay.
So you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, the Lion King was good. That was kind of like an Africa thing, right? You don't like the Lion King? Man.
I mean, if it was real,
But so anyways, I mean, we've been dealing with this for now.
it's the same thing. You know, the only thing you hear on the news is coronavirus or Trump. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're towards the end of this, but hey, we've had 20. No, we're getting kind of towards the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of celebrities pass away on us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We had the great Alex Trebek. You know,
Yeah, Alex Trebek, man.
right?
The Jeopardy guy.
He passed away. Chadwick Boseman, right?
Yeah.
Very good actor, right? We lost him.
Juice World, a rapper.
Okay, I'll take your
You
word
believe
for it.
that?
Yeah,
You
I'll believe you.
And I don't really know much about that. I'm just reading it right here. Juice World, right?
I
Wonder if his world was juicy.
I figured it, if you would have told me that, I thought that I would have figured that was just a place you went and bought stuff.
Juice World. It sounds like a
It's like
maybe where you go and get juice.
smoothies or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go get smoothies. I'm thirsty now.
Sean Connery,
Sean Connery, yeah, he passed away. Right.
Kobe Bryant,
Kobe Bryant, and
along with the other people in the helicopter
yeah.
that they didn't mention.
there were 9 people in that helicopter.
9 people, and they
Yeah.
only mentioned Kobe,
Kobe and his
on
daughter.
the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
It-
tragedy,
yeah.
right? Kobe Bryant was, he's a great basketball player. I'm sure
Great guy.
I'm sure he did wonderful things for his community. He was supposedly a great dad and husband,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there was 9 people on that helicopter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's remember them all, people. Because hey, all lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh,
Eddie Van Halen, didn't we lose him? Did we lose him?
Yeah.
Don Shula,
Yep. Yeah. Legendary.
Kenny Rogers,
Legendary Dolphins coach. Yeah, the gambler, right?
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers. Okay.
man. Yeah, and Charlie Pride.
Another great country singer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Pride.
Remember Debo on Friday?
Yeah.
Tiny Zeus Lester.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed
And his
away.
is kind of recent, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, he did. And Walter Brimley,
Yeah, yeah.
Lou Brock.
Oh, yeah. Lou Brock. Actually, there's been a handful of Hall of Fame baseball players that did that. Lou Brock, was it Joe Morgan passed away?
Yeah, was it Gordon or Bob Gordon or
Bob Gibson?
Gibson,
right?
yeah.
You had there's another baseball player here. Oh, Phil Necro just recently passed away. The old Captain Curveball type thing. So
2020 sucks, man.
yeah,
Hey, look, even in 2020, they came out, they found this little vehicle, right? And they said that it was not made on this earth.
what are we talking about? Is this another?
This was
Is this another Venus story?
this is for real. This was another additive to now we're starting to think there might be life on other planets and
Okay.
aliens and this, that, and other. So they found this little vehicle. They have it in custody, right? This was on Fox, CNN, everywhere. And the people that it's made out of some kind, they don't even know what kind of metal it is, right?
What's
but they
going
are
on?
saying what the material it's made out of, this, that, and other, it was not made on this earth. And I'll tell you something. Used to, when I would read Revelation and all that, I would be like, man, there's no way that all these people are going to disappear or this, that, and other. And
Yeah.
the people that are left behind not going to know what's happening. Well, I can see it. I can see everything that the Revelations talked about it. Now, because of 2020,
Yeah.
I can see how this stuff can fold out. Now, the only way that all these people could disappear at once and people believe it and not think, oh, it was God or it was just aliens.
Yeah.
So what are they starting to bring into the mainstream? Oh, this is a possibility. We found it. Hey, here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So somewhere in October, Trump got COVID and beat it up.
Yeah.
Trump. What does Trump stand for? Right? Trump means to win.
Yeah.
His last name means to beat or defeat.
Yeah.
All right. When are people gonna understand that Trump don't lose?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Some people are just slow learners, or they like doing stuff the hard way.
I know it. there's so many different things that happen. Then, last month we had the voting for the president of the United States.
Oh, yeah.
And it went haywire,
Yeah.
absolutely berserk.
Yeah, we're still counting stuff, right?
yeah.
You have dead people voting, twice.
on, man. Come
What's going on?
They should have known. I mean, hey, they know everything about me, right?
Immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
When I apply to go buy a pickup, they know where I lived 37 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Or 12 years ago. Or they know where I worked 7 years ago. They know everything about me.
Yeah,
But yet, if I go vote, they can't just count that.
yeah.
Like, one guy, one vote for this. One
Yeah.
guy, one vote for this. Why can't
Well, I
they
mean,
do
you got the backwards people that hey, we want voter ID. Well, I want you to have to be able to vote. I want you to have an ID card.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of makes sense. Your vote factors into our history and the direction of our country for the next 4 years or whatever it is. Why would I not want you to be legal, right?
Yeah.
And to be properly counted, right?
Yeah.
People don't want that,
Yeah.
right? But yet they want you to,
Mail-in voting.
you got to have an ID to do every dang thing else, right? You got to have an ID to go rent a movie at Blockbuster 15 years ago. Guess what? You had to have a driver's
Hey,
license.
I gotta have an ID to get verified on social media, whether that's a verified account, like is that actually
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have to do that to vote for the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Huh? Then they got this mail-in voting that all these people supported, but it was the same people that said we're going to mail-in vote because we're scared of the virus, but yet we're going to go out and riot and protest.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. The 2020, the loss of common sense. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then now we've got this vaccine, which Trump predicted.
Yeah.
He said before the end of the year we'd have a vaccine.
Yeah. So once again, he was right.
He was right, and they bashed him for it. Remember, they said, "Oh, that's crazy," blah. And all of a sudden, he may not be the president, and the vaccine comes out, and it's like, woohoo! Imagine that.
Yeah.
You can't find any bullets now.
No.
So the toilet paper people got smart and said, maybe we need to get bullets.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know I want bullets
Yeah.
way more than I want toilet paper. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because if I have bullets, I go get me some toilet paper.
Well, because look here, I can go stick my butt in the creek
Yeah.
and wash it off.
Oh, I thought I was just going to rob somebody. I got my mask on. They ain't going to know it's me.
People don't understand this, and I'm going to say it right here. Very valuable information right here.
Okay.
The most powerful thing that you can own is bullets.
Yeah.
And not only because to kill your food or this, that, and other, but to protect your food and your family.
Yeah.
Or, I hate to say this, but if you're starving, you can take somebody else's food with it.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hey, this one time
So yeah, if you're out there rounding up all the bullets, hey, let's leave some for everybody else. I mean, yeah, it's good. Hey, neat that you know the guy who works in the backside of the backside, and he called. Hey, Frank, we're gonna have a shipment on the next Friday, and you're back there camping out on Wednesday.
Yeah, and he allows you to buy 37 boxes.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, everybody else only gets 2 or 1.
and we got to share them.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's.
Cut it out,
What's
man.
going on?
But look here too. Also, this is like last week, maybe the week before, we got
Cyber hacked.
Didn't we?
Our national intelligence, all this kind of stuff got hacked by supposedly Russia.
Makes sense.
They blame everything on either Russia or Iran or China.
China, yeah.
Every once in a while North Korea.
The big three.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, on Christmas morning, somebody decides to blow themselves up in Nashville, Tennessee, and blow up the street. And
So, did anybody get hurt?
I think actually there was no victims except the guy driving the RV that blew himself up.
Well, good dang riddance. You know
They're
what I
thinking
mean?
that's I think there's a lot.
I mean,
of
if you're that much of an
investigations.
idiot, right, and you feel that you need to, I was picked
Hey,
on as a kid.
Yeah. At least he was nice enough to warn everybody because
Yeah.
everybody got out of the buildings that was around.
Okay.
And then he turned on some kind of
Like a countdown? Did you say a
audio.
countdown?
Yeah, he had some kind of audio counting down. This vehicle will self-destruct in 15 minutes.
So what was he trying to? Did you know what his target was, or
I think now it's coming out his motive has something to do with 5G network. like he's
well, he'd be pissed in this area of
like
Texas.
he was afraid of it. No, not that he wanted it. It was that he felt maybe maybe like they're watching him or something.
Oh.
And he's some kind of
Was it Weenus?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it might have been Wayne. No, but he's got some kind of connections to Hollywood too. This guy,
Yeah.
he owns.
Oh, he'll have a movie about him.
Oh yeah, there'll be
Yeah,
a movie about
yeah.
it. His name was Anthony Warner, and had some houses and stuff in California and all that. What was he doing in Nashville?
I don't know.
In an RV. I'm just
Tom Hanks will play him in about 7
Tom
years.
Hanks,
He'll play him in
or
you know,
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise will.
Somebody named Tom.
So are we?
We also learned there's some
God, we still ain't wrapped up yet.
There's some things we learned too. Look, I'm gonna tell you what we
Like good stuff. There's got to be good stuff that happened this year.
I don't know if you some of it. I mean, maybe not a lot. But we discovered that Crayola can make other colors besides the norm. They come out with the colors of the world, which now kids can color the shade of their skin so they can fit in. So
We don't want
they're teaching kids that they are different. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't want anybody to feel left out, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. So we
Okay,
did
okay.
figure out that there's 2 national anthems.
yeah,
There's a national anthem, and then
Yeah.
there's a black
national.
anthem.
Okay.
Did they ever come out and say what song that was?
Yeah, I think so.
It was written by a white guy too, I believe.
Mm.
Anyways, the Dixie Chicks changed their name. We found out that there's a lot of celebrities that will fold under pressure, and they're afraid of losing record sales or movie sales or whatever. Dixie Chicks is one of them, and they're called the Chicks now.
The Chicks, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they haven't been relevant in like 19 years. But,
Yeah, well, I didn't like them anyway. That lead singer was, she had already said some stuff about George Bush back in the day.
Yeah.
And then also Lady Antebellum.
Which is sad because I was a Lady A fan.
They had a couple good songs, man. And now they're Lady A.
Yeah.
Does it not still stand for the same thing?
Is that what they're called currently?
Something Lady A, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
I guess if we
here's the thing: nobody even knew that could be considered.
I mean,
racist.
they've had that name forever.
Well, what I'm saying is, nobody even knew. I didn't know that was a racist name.
Who knows?
Or could have been a racist name until it got brought to my attention.
Yeah.
Right?
Was that like the name of some Confederate general, 272 years ago?
I don't know. But what's happening is you'll notice that our Southern heritage, Christian Southern heritage, is being wiped off of America.
Yeah.
And that's their goal.
Okay.
Hey, and we're letting them do it, right?
And we're letting them do it.
Because we're out there like accordions, just folding up.
Folding up.
Yeah.
Nobody doing nothing about it. Hey, just like everybody at the football game talking about, well, let's just do it because we don't want nothing bad to happen. Remember, I might lose my truck.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. When are we going to stand up?
Or sack up.
What's that old country song? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
That's it. Yeah.
Also, we learned that the coronavirus is a very smart virus.
Hey. Yes.
Listen, my son is being recruited baseball wise.
Well, I don't know if it's actually. You might have that backwards. I don't know if coronavirus is smart because I think if you're going to do what I think you're going to do, you're going to tell us ways to avoid it.
No,
right?
no,
no. Oh, okay.
Because you don't have to. You really. You don't. It's already out there, right? They've already figured out that if you're in a restaurant and you're standing at the front door, you could catch it.
Yeah.
Right. It's attacking people over there.
Yeah.
But the people eating, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So Corona's a dumb virus because it's so we're smart to its ways that hey, we know that coronavirus.
Yeah, I guess you could look at it like that too.
So we've learned how to defeat and how to avoid
if
it.
the coronavirus was smart, I see this now.
Yeah.
They would go get the people eating.
Yes.
And not the
Right.
people waiting to eat.
Right.
So
I know how to avoid it. Just that's why I've gotten so fat. I just kept, shoving food in my mouth. Right. Ryan, what are you
That's why I
doing?
gained weight.
Well, what are you doing? I'm making sure I avoid the coronavirus.
How you gonna do that? Well, if you just eat all
Just
day,
keep
you'll never
eating.
get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Are there other ways to avoid the coronavirus?
yeah, there's so my
My son during this year is being recruited to play baseball at the collegiate level.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And he can't.
who's that? Is that Tin Cup? Who's that?
Oh, Sippy Cup.
Sippy Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one is Hiccup.
Okay, got it.
Well, so he gets talked to by all these recruiters and college coaches and
Okay.
all that. But he can't be recruited by a D1 school, only D2, D3, and JUCO, because the NCAA has put out a rule saying that these D1 coaches are not allowed to recruit, in-person recruiting, because of the coronavirus. But the
D2.
D2, D3, and junior college coaches can.
So see,
So the coronavirus,
doesn't know.
they're not, the coronavirus is not sitting back going, hey guys, we can't get the D1 guys.
Yeah.
Let's get one of them D2 guys. Right?
So if you want to avoid corona, if you're a potential high school athlete that you think you have a chance to go play at another level, right? But you're worried about corona, or your parents are worried about it for you, just set their mind at ease and say, hey mama, hey daddy, as long as I play D2, D3, or JUCO, corona can't touch me.
Yeah, I'll just go JUCO and go stay close to home right there and don't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
You know.
we also learned that if you're
You can't get it while you're having sex.
Yeah.
Can't get it.
Okay.
especially if you're wearing
Skinny jeans or purple hair.
Yeah.
Can't get it.
Okay. Now, have you tried that out? I mean, have you?
Uh-uh.
Have you? Oh,
No, I've talked to some guys that do that.
what, to have sex
They have sex and they wear skinny jeans with purple and green. Blue
while they're
hair.
having it? Oh, that's-
Sometimes, yeah,
Man, that's good.
because they don't have to take it off very far.
They don't-
You know what I mean?
so you can't get it then. Also,
If you're playing football and you're out on the field and you're playing and tackling and sweating and farting and bleeding on each other,
So, if you're in the process of playing, like actively
then
playing,
if you're playing and you're tackling and scratching and fighting and out there doing your thing, you
like
can
tackling a stranger and you're within 6 feet of them,
you're within
6 inches.
centimeters of
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah.
and laying and sweating on top of each other, breathing, coughing.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can't get it doing that. But when the game's over, if you shake each other's hand, you can get the coronavirus.
So, coronavirus has figured out when the game. I'm not going to buy a ticket and go in there and because I'm going to save my money, stay outside the stands, and as soon as the clocks hit 0, Corona flows onto the field, and
yeah,
then
coronavirus is not allowed on the field until the game's over.
yeah, okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're only in the stands.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're eating in the stands now, they won't
Oh,
mess with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
If you're
right.
eating in the stands, they won't touch you.
Okay.
These, I mean, they think they're slick.
Right.
But I think we've slicked them.
Yeah, I think we got it figured out.
yeah, and let's see.
I mean, other than that, I mean, you can't get it eating fast food either. If you're in a drive-through and you're getting food cooked by a stranger
Oh, hand it to you. Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
hand it to you, whatever, you can't get the coronavirus by eating food cooked by people you don't know.
It
You
makes
can't get
sense,
it.
right?
So
Yeah. Coronavirus ain't got us figured out. We've got it figured
It's just
out.
been a complete messed up year, right?
No, it sounds like it. Hey, and what else did we learn that this year? Real quick. Hey, homeschooling was hard for some people. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
but
it
you have all
was.
these parents that like, man, these teachers are idiots. You know, they don't know
Yeah.
what they're doing. I could do that.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't even need them.
Yeah. So now these kids stay home, right? And they're like, man, my dang Johnny's in the 12th grade. He reads like a 4-year-old. You know what I mean? He,
or some of the parents are like, my 4th grader
is smarter
knows
than me.
more math than I do.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, when did that get letters in it?
Hey, Mom, help me solve this problem. I can't.
Yeah. Right. So
Or they don't want to. They're
Yeah.
too selfish.
So let's give it up to these educators that are out there putting up with your bratty kids, right? That you've that you rush out the house so you could sit there and watch Maury and eat your Oreos. You know what I mean? And you say, "Hey, school, raise my kids for me." You know what I mean? And they do. They do their best job, and they get them educated as much as they can.
Educated.
Right now, they stay home, and you're like, "Man, my kid's an idiot." Right? That schooling's hard. So, hey, listen, hats off to these educators, man.
Hurry up and get back to school.
Yeah. Right.
So I will say this too. I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
I truly believe that Martin Luther King has got his dream. It has come true.
Has it?
Yeah. Because let's say you had some animals at your place and you needed somebody to look after them, feed them while you were on vacation, or look after your house, your place, whatever.
So I need to find somebody to look over, care for my stuff while I'm gone. Okay.
And a young black man walks up and he's got on cowboy boots and pants and,
Very well presented and
talks well and says, "Yes, sir," and, this, that, and other. Doesn't have no tattoos on his face and this,
Hey, not that we're
and
saying
he's-
tattoos are bad, right?
And he's like applying for the right,
position.
I want to help you out this
Yeah.
week, right?
I heard you need some help, sir.
And your next guy shows up.
Yeah.
He's a young white man with tattoos all over his face, hair's all jacked up,
Where's his
crazy
britches at?
bright clothes, breeches hanging off his butt,
Yeah.
can't talk worth a dang,
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette while he walks up, stinks,
Sure.
but he's got a pair of Jordans on, so.
I mean, it makes sense.
Hey, and he didn't even show up there on his own. His mom dropped him off.
Was he late?
Kinda. Yeah, and he was late. I mean,
Okay.
all right. Now you have an interview with that guy. Which one you gonna pick?
Yeah.
So that just shows, that's proof right there. Everybody would answer the same thing. You
Well,
might have some people.
You
like,
would hope
Yeah,
that-
but what about him?
Yeah.
Listen.
If you're honest, if you're somebody who's honest, you're gonna.
If you're not just trying to fit in with the crowd and you're trying to be honest and you're not trying to
Not a wave maker. I mean,
Yeah. If you're just afraid of being called something, listen. Anybody in the right mind would pick the young black man
Yeah.
who had his stuff together.
Yeah. So do we not have a color issue? What's going on?
So that's exactly it. People want to throw this racism, this is a color thing, color what. I have a very multicultural family, right?
Yeah.
My family's not all white or all any color. It's a bunch of colors.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't have problems because we know it's a cultural problem, not a color problem.
Yeah.
So Martin Luther King got his wish. He got his dream. It has come true. There's just a lot of people that deny it.
Yeah.
Right? Then the great quote of 2020 came from Denzel Washington.
Ooh, I like me some Denzel.
I do too. And he said that it's not a color problem, it's a culture problem.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people just don't want to hear that, right? Because that's going to hurt some feelings.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That goes against what I've been, throwing bricks and protesting about.
Yeah.
That goes against it.
Yeah.
So
Anywho.
we're going to look for, hey, we're going to get 21 off on the best foot that we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, hey, we had a lot of junk in 20, but there's things that we can do to make it better. Yeah, we can, hey, if it's a natural disaster, hey, that's just a natural disaster.
Best thing to do is to learn from 2020.
Yeah. Right? Hey, let's not repeat it. Let's, what do they say? What's the definition of insanity? Is somebody just
Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
Yeah, come on.
Let's do something
let's
else.
do.
Right?
Yeah, let's do something else.
What you're
people.
doing is not working, man.
Yeah.
So, and we hate to get, we had talked about not getting political and not getting this and that, but it's hard to talk about 2020 and not, look what happened to us. Look what happened to the world in 2020.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm done. You got anything else?
No, hey, I think that pretty much wrapped her up. Spit Cup. Let's again 2021. Hey, here we come. Ready or dang not.
It's about to be on.
Yeah, let's knock it out the park.
Let's get rid of all the dumb stuff. Listen,
Yeah.
let the Lord be your focus and handle up in 2021.
Oh my God. I'm through.